my God, what's the worst tasting food? Okay, so I'm gonna be real with you. Most tastes in the world, I'm pretty f***ing down with.
What's the worst tasting food? Sweet potatoes.
It's textures I'm super weird about.
Fucking yams. Oh. Ugh. Yams. Oh my God. Oh my.
I can't honestly think of a food where I'm like, wow, the flavor of that is terrible. It's always like, oh, that texture was horrific. That's how my brain works.
And when they make them, like, when people prepare it in like a casserole with like marshmallows and maple syrup. Ooh.
Oh my God, think of a food I don't like a flavor I don't like.
I don't know what the worst tasting food is, Buckley, but I'll tell you my least favorite food. I think my least favorite food is okra because it's like an alien pod full of boogers.
Let's do this full screen to make it super attractive. Oh yeah.
What's the worst tasting food?
So a flavor. I love tofu. Tofu tastes like whatever you. Okay, so I haven't had liver in years.
Black licorice flavor can get f***ed. And so can cilantro.
Let's think. What's something that's the flavor I absolutely do not like? Oh my God, if Brian was here, he could tell you in 2 seconds what I don't like. I'm actually horrifically picky because of textures.
I don't know, peas, I think? Peas are gross. Pea soup is gross.
What is the worst tasting food? Oh God, it's Buckley. Yay.
I don't know. Soupy stuff.
Worst flavor in the world, fake grape. Imitation grape flavored medicine. Does that count?
I've never had durian fruit. I've never had balut. I've never had what was it, the rotten Scandinavian fish.
In my opinion, hummus is like the worst tasting thing ever.
I remember from personal experience, like I'm a big texture guy, so I'm not a huge fan of get the out of here. I'm not a huge fan of gelatinous foods.
You, hummus rocks. Okay, no, hell no. No, hummus is disgusting.
I'm not a big fan of Jell-O. The taste is fine, but I don't like the textures. I had the food that I was least impressed with at one point was like a seafood souffle that I got at a Thai place.
No, it's got this aftertaste. I'm like, what? No. You eat it and it's like, it's fine, but as soon as it's out of your mouth, you're like, what the hell's going on in there? It's the worst.
Jeez, worst tasting? Oh, I know. My ex-in-laws used to get this they're Russian. They used to get this caviar that is like, it's like big orange spheres.
I would say out of my experience that I've had, I would say either canned snails, it's very disgusting, gag a lot, or natto is probably gonna take the cake. Natto is like rotten soybeans.
And they would put them on the bagel or whatever, and then you put it in your mouth and it just like explodes into this like salty, fishy, it's gross. They like pop in your mouth.
Buckley, I would say poop, because that used to be food and now it's not. So, well, it's still kind of food, but not food you want to eat because it's blah.
And it's like salty, fishy, just gross. Yeah, so that is the worst tasting food, is this like round red caviar. It's so disgusting. Ugh. Oh, and the meat jello. Can't forget meat jello. Yes.